Hello viewers. Born in 1126, Ibn Rushd, who is known as Averroes in the West, was the greatest Muslim philosopher of all times. Ibn Rushd lived in Cordova, Spain. Therefore, he may also be considered a Western philosopher. At any rate, Averroes or Ibn Rushd is known for his three major contributions to philosophy. Number one, his theory of truth, for which he was banished and attacked by the mob. His valiant but unsuccessful defense of philosophy against theologians and mystics, and being a major transmitter of ancient Greek thought to Christian Europe, which paved the way for the Renaissance in 14th century. Averroes' works fall into two categories. Number one are his commentaries on Greek philosophers, particularly Aristotle, while he also writes a commentary on Plato's Republic. Ibn Rushd's original works, the most famous work is The Incoherence of Incoherence or Tahafatul Tahafut. That book was written in response to the 11th century theologian turned mystic Al-Ghazali's book, The Incoherence of the Philosopher or Tahafatul Philosopher, in which Al-Ghazali attacked all philosophy as heretic. Ibn Rushd's other notable works include Faith and Reason in Islam and the decisive treatise on the agreement between religious law and philosophy. Before we proceed, you are requested to please subscribe to my channel Wisdom of Life. Ibn Rushd was a polymath. He served as the Chief Justice of Cordova and also for some time remained personal physician to the Caliph. His lifelong project was to reconcile religion with philosophy or revelation with reason, and thus save philosophers against the charges of heresy. According to Ibn Rushd, there is one truth preached by all religions and all philosophy. However, there are three paths for arriving at the same truth: demonstrative path, dialectical path, and the rhetorical path. Demonstrative path is what we now call deductive reasoning, in which we draw conclusions from premises which are accepted as true. For example, if we say that all planets revolve around the Sun and Mercury is a planet, then the conclusion is that Mercury must revolve around the Sun. Dialectical path is also called kalam, and it consists in debate and arguments, which was very popular among Muslim theologians in the medieval ages. And rhetorical path refers to using metaphors to convince the audience. According to Ibn Rushd, demonstrative path is used by philosophers, dialectical path is used by theologians, while the rhetorical path is used by masses to understand the truth. And for him, all the three paths have a basis in the Quran. For Ibn Rushd, reason cannot conflict with the scriptures, and if there is any conflict, it is only apparent. And if there is a conflict on the existence of something between reason and the scriptures, then the scriptures may be interpreted allegorically. Take an example. Phrases like the Almighty is seated on the throne may be interpreted to express God's omnipotence instead of his being at a particular place. According to Ibn Rushd, some Quranic verses may have a twofold meaning: apparent and hidden, or metaphorical and literal. Both philosophers and non-philosophers, including masses and theologians, are free to interpret the scriptures in their own fashion. Therefore, according to Ibn Rushd, charges of heresy against philosophers are uncalled for. Averroes, however, could neither avoid charges of being a heretic himself, nor was he able to save philosophy among Muslims. In 1195, 3 years before his death, Ibn Rushd was exiled to Lucena, a largely Jewish village outside Cordoba. His writings were banned and his books burnt. Averroes' fate thus also sealed the fate of philosophy in the world of Islam, since he was the last great philosopher produced by the Muslim world. Although the sun set on philosophy in Arab Muslim world, it rose in the Latin Christian Europe. The credit for revival of philosophy in the West goes largely to Muslim philosophers, especially Averroes. Averroes was commissioned by the Caliph Abu Yaqub Yusuf to write commentaries on Aristotle. Averroes wrote multiple commentaries over a period of 30 years on all Aristotle's works except Politics. For well over 3 centuries, these commentaries remained the primary source of the West's knowledge of Aristotle and Greek philosophy. The Christian philosophers who adopted Averroes' thought are known as Averroists. The Averroists denied the immortality of the soul, claimed happiness can be found in this world, and they also claimed that there are two kinds of truth, religious and philosophical. The third claim was manifestly not presented by Averroes himself. Thus started a lingering controversy between the church and Averroists or the new thinkers, and the chain of events leading to the European Renaissance. If one man is to be called the father of the European Renaissance, it should be Ibn Rushd or Averroes. I trust you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel Wisdom of Life. Thanks for watching.